We are in the service industry, most likely pest control, vRealize operations.
Excellent.
Primary use case for vRealize operations is for a optimization standpoint. So we're actually getting analytics from our VMs for over-provisioned VMs, under-provisioned VMs, and making the adjustments accordingly per the recommendations from operations. Most valuable features are the dashboards that we can customize per user that logs into them. So if we need to make a dashboard that's very high level for our executives to see our virtual environments handling, we can do that. Or if we need to deep dive technically, we can do that for our engineers that really need to see the important stats that make our virtual environment work the most efficiently. The solution is very user-friendly. Coming from a installation standpoint, only takes about half a day to a day to implement. Integration with vCenter is very seamless. Starts collecting data almost immediately once you make those connections, and getting real-time data within the first 24 to 48 hours. So user-friendliness is very easy. Some of the benefits for our organization in particular was the optimization piece, where historically our virtual environment has always been over-provisioned. We've always tried to go from a physical to virtual one-for-one, and now with vRealize operations, we're actually proving to the company that we're utilizing the virtual infrastructure to its fullest capability, but actually scaling back instead of adding more resources. From a troubleshooting standpoint, yes. Beforehand, it took us a lot of time to actually go into ESX tops, pull the actual raw data that's actually happening from a storage level, a network level, a CPU, vCPU, and memory level. But having all of these resources at our fingertips from a graphical user interface, we can pinpoint the pitfall, very easily. Very user-friendly with the red, green, yellow, what's wrong, and just getting the right teams involved faster has helped us the most with VROps operations. Scalability is very easy. Once you implement a new vCenter, it's pretty much just make the connection to the new vCenter and it automatically starts collecting data from all the VMs in that new vCenter. Clusters, DRS recommendations, HA recommendations, everything's at your fingertips, and it's very easy to upscale per your environment for the growth of your company. Extremely stable. Once we implemented it, we haven't had a restart or a reboot that wasn't for a maintenance period, and we've been up ever since collecting data. vRealize, we pretty much learned that we had the licensing for it. I downloaded the file and just ran with it. It was very straightforward. Just downloaded the file from the internet, uploaded it into vCenter, ran it, IP address, everything, log onto the web console and go. A lot of feedback that we're getting from some of our engineers that are actually using operations today is the graphics are very low key. When it comes to red, yellow, green, yes, Skittle theory, but when it actually comes down to what's optimized and what's not optimized, it's very rudimentary. If they could actually make nicer pie charts or graphics involved into it, it would make it a lot easier to read the data on a higher level than actually having to dive down and know specifically what you're looking at. We didn't have a solution in the get-go. So once we implemented this, we actually saw the grand scheme or a higher level from top down of our whole virtualized environment that we weren't getting before without really deep diving into the underlying hypervisor level. So that's really what we've been using it for. We had a little bit of Hyper-V, but normally mostly VMware. Probably an 8, and the only reason why is because of that graphical interface that I just described. If you're running VMware, implement vRealize operations as soon as possible.